When I first arrived in Europe, I quickly realized that Europeans had something had never seen in Russia in my entire life. They spoke many languages. I grew up in a small town in Russia called Bratsk, where I attended public school. Following the standard curriculum, I studied English since 5th grade until 11th grade. So for 7 years, 7 years, I was studying one foreign language. And despite earning highest marks, I barely could speak it. And guess what? I'm not alone. Russian school system didn't emphasize the benefits of being multilingual. We were focused on grammar or vocabulary without even understanding the true value and without even real practice of the language. For me at that age, the main motivation was simply to get good grades. I missed out lots of opportunities of knowing the foreign language. Especially English. And back in Russia, the majority of people whom I was surrounded with were the same. They spoke only one language, and that was totally normal. This situation felt perfectly fine when you learn a foreign language at school, but you barely can speak it, because everyone learned a foreign language at school, either English or German, but nobody could speak it properly. I guess the situation could be different for students who attended private school or schools focused on language learning, foreign language learning, but this is not my case and not the case for the majority of Russians. However, when my family and I moved to Europe 2 years ago, I was fascinated by how many people could speak fluently 2, 3, 4, even 5 languages, and for them it wasn't like a huge accomplishment. It was just okay. Yes, I can speak 3 languages and it's not a big deal. I'm going to learn a 4th language. What? It's wow, that's amazing. So what is the difference? Why so many Europeans, they do know many languages while Russians don't? Let's take a look at Europe. With an area of 10 million square kilometers and a population of 730 million people, Europeans speak over 100 different languages. It's no wonder many Europeans know at least 2 languages, their mother tongue and English. For them, being multilingual opens doors to new connections and opportunities. In contrast, in Russia or in US, population makes multilingualism less necessary. Why learn other languages when everyone already speaks the common one? It feels like my life had a turning point at the moment when I made a decision to learn English on a deeper level. It's literally changed everything. Without English, I might be still stuck in Russia, unaware of the incredible world beyond its borders. I've never really heard anyone speaking about a new language that can change your personality. I feel when I speak English, I radiate more energy, more positive energy, and the way I act, the way I use my gestures, they are slightly different. And if I need to decide which languages speak on, I would choose English, despite on being not a native speaker, despite making mistakes, despite being not as good at finding appropriate words or maybe to diversify my vocabulary, yet this ability and opportunity to speak in English and being open to millions of people around the world and just convey my message, it feels absolutely amazing. It also goes along with my routine. The majority of people I admire or listen to, they are English native speakers, and the more I listen to them, the more aligned I feel with the person I become while speaking English. And it's different. When you start structuring your sentences and use words in a foreign language, it can go beyond just words. For example, in Russian, we have 2 ways to address someone. Ты, you, and вы. You, ты, You, used mostly for family, friends, children, someone you already know. Вы, also you. It is used mostly for people who are older, people you never meet before, it's the first time you meet them, someone who are higher ranked. And in Russian, it's very important to understand the difference between those two words. But in English, it doesn't matter. You just use you. In Russia, if someone addresses a woman вы, she might take offense, implying that she looks old. But basically, you maybe just wanted to be polite. But in English, there is no such a distinction. You just use you, no matter whether you meet a boss or your friend. While it might seem like a small difference, in Russia, it makes a huge impact. When we moved to Budapest in Hungary, I was eager to find a community where I could find friends and meet people and being able to speak English, because in Hungary, the local language is Hungarian. I had no intention to learn Hungarian. I found a community of Toastmasters. When I first came to the meeting, I saw people, inspiring people who were just practicing their public speaking skills on the stage. And there was a moment when the person on the stage asked for volunteers to come on the stage, and I raised my hand, I came up on the stage, and I completely screwed up because I forgot everything I wanted to say in English. It was a disaster, but it felt amazing to be able to speak even a short time, even like totally debacle, yet I could feel that energy on the stage and being able to convey something I wanted to say in English, even not that effective as I wanted to. This is a moment when I realized that I want to do that. I want to improve at public speaking, and I started being consistent at attending those meetings at Toastmasters. It turned out after 2 years I became a president of one of the clubs here in Germany, in Bonn. Learning English helped me to discover a strength within myself, which I absolutely love, and I want to develop it even more and share more interesting things with you, even speaking on YouTube, making these videos. It's so much fun, and it also feels like a little bit of public speaking. Why not? I'm speaking to you with my audience, and it feels right. But I understand that without pushing myself out of my comfort zone and finally starting learning English in deeper level, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I would have just know that I can love it. So this also proves the importance of trying new things, new experiences, whatever it can be. For me, it's turned out English. For you, it might be Russian. Who knows? Learning a new language can drastically impact your life. It opens the doors to new experiences and connections while simultaneously training your brain and improving your memory. As you speak a foreign language, you might discover personal qualities and traits you never knew existed, allowing you to start a new chapter in your life. If you haven't really learned a foreign language yet, give it a try. You won't regret it. Thanks for watching this video. Be safe and sound. See ya!